So good morning, and this is Alok here from Making Wise. I request you to mute your microphones and sit back, relax, and have a great ride. And we are running these sessions from Vedant, wherein we are trying to build the constructive and build the foundations and the narrative from the very foundations of the Vedant, which is at the level of the material world. And in the material world, we consider Vishay or the subjects, the objects, as the fundamental premise of that for which the man gets interaction to. And we've been covering this entire series on Vishay. How does it interact with the senses and how does it do that? Today we'll cover a subject which is very close to Vedant as well as all the practitioners, which is Vishay Vikar. So we'll go through it. So sit back, keep your spine straight, keep your L5 S1 straight. Right? In fact, keep it like this, so that the third nadi, the third nostril, the third, breathing vein, shushumna, which is on the backside of your L5 S1 S2 gap, is absolutely straight and is activated. This is one of the belief systems which comes from yoga, and it's highly beneficial. Highly beneficial. It said that if you're able to keep your spine straight for 45 minutes, you can achieve any meditation in the world because your mind will not dither. So keep your spine straight. Take a deep, long breath. Pura kaha. When I say deep, really long, deep breath. Re chakaha. Slow and deep and long inhalations, slow and deep and long exhalations. Initially, it becomes difficult, but slowly and steadily, it has an extremely calming effect. Purakaha. Fill up the balloon of the body. Re chakaha. Purakaha. Fill in the divine energy. Now I will not say Purakare Chakra. Fill in the energy of the universe. Exhale. Exhale the worries, the stress, the anxiety, the depressions, the worries, you know, the tensions that you think they have. Purakaha. Inhale and see where the mind is traveling. Observe, and you'll find the mind by default goes into matter. You'll find the mind is so married to the matter that every time you need to sit into the meditation, you need to unwind the mind with the matter, untangle the mind, unknot the mind with the matter. This is what today's subject is. Vishay Vikar. Vishay are the objects of observation. Vishay. Vishay are the subjects. Vishay are the subjects. Like maths, physics, English, these are subjects. But the problem is they become so much entangled to us that they start becoming a disease. Pura kaha, keep breathing, do not stop. Keep breathing, do not stop. If you feel that your mind has wavered, right, bring it back and start the process of breathing again. Pura kaha. Rechakah. Very slow, very deep, very profound breaths. When you inhale, when you exhale, can you feel the bond of the mind with the matter, the merger of the subject with the subjectee, the object and the observer? They have become one. You are unable to separate the vision from the eyes. The eyes is the instrument. The vision is the process of observation. The object is the object of existence. So when light travels to a particular subject and reflects in your mind, in your eyes, you are able to see the particular object. These are three different things: the object, the observer, and the process of observation. Can you see that the object and the observer are married? You cannot separate the eyes from the, what it is seeing. You are unable to separate the ears from what they are hearing, the sound, which is the sound. Similarly, you are unable to separate taste from the tongue, texture from the touch, smell from the nose. They are so married. Hence, in Vedant, they are being used together because they form a criminal bond. It's called Vishaya Vikar, right? Because Vikar, Vikrati, it comes from the Kra Dhatu in Sanskrit. A little bit Sanskrit is good to understand. V is Viprit, Kra Dhatu means Kriya, Viprit of Kriya, meaning Kra means to do, V means the opposite of do, meaning because of the marriage, the objects, observer, and the process of observation. As long as they are married, they produce an entity where you are not able to do anything out of it. Try doing it. Try open your eyes and sit in meditation, or try doing any activity where all your five senses are completely married with their objects. You will not be able to do any material things in the world. That is the reason that they have the power of so deep that they marry. The merger is so deep that you cannot separate the books. It is extremely difficult. We have been doing meditations where we are observing the objects, we are trying to separate it. Today's meditation covers about how this marriage has eventually taken place and what does it do for us to actually start observing the side effects of this marriage. Slowly observe, due to this marriage of the visionary world with the vision and the eyes, there is a separate picture which is running in the mind. Due to the sounds that the material world has shown in the ears, has thrown in the ears, and the ears has comprehended. There's a separate sound story of music and sounds running in your mind. Similarly for taste, I mean the mind will continuously develop stories and books and reams of articles of what was being eaten and what was not. Look at the smells. Just by smell you recollect places, people, and a plethora of you know stuff. This is the storyline that you need to observe and divorce the attachment, because this is one of the primordial things which are required in Vedanta, the divorce with the material world. Now, this is not a real world divorce, as we normally say. Keep breathing. Purakaha. Do not stop the breathing. Re chakaha. Deep long breaths. Put the mind into any of that story which is running in your mind. Put that put your mind into any of the story which is running in your mind, which you feel you are so very attached to. From the vision, from the ears, from the nose, from the tongue, from the taste. And mentally reject the idea of consuming it again. Mentally reject the idea, mentally develop the idea of rejecting the same again. Mentally reject it. That particular object should be rejected by your senses next time. Meaning, if you want to taste something which is absolutely good for the palate, resist doing it. And there's a science to it as well. That which tastes good for the tongue is not good for the tummy. Ayurveda says it. But right now, in your mind, there are those five stories of the five senses which are running structurally. Choose a story which is closest to you. And that sense organ, when it touches with the subject, when it merges with the subjects, mentally create a will that you will deject it. For material benefits in the material world, you will only do what is required. So if you require incense sticks to meditate, that's fine. But if you require perfumes to go to home and go to office, reject the idea. In meditation, in meditation, you may want to do it in the physical world, that's your individual choice. But in meditation, reject the idea that you want to consume smell. Reject the idea that you want to consume beautiful sceneries. Reject the idea that you want to consume tasty food or anything which is good for the taste. Reject the idea that you only want to hear pleasurable words of your favor in your ears. Reject the idea that you will only touch which is positive and which is feel good. Just reject. Not because you are disrespecting the objects themselves, just because it is not required. So when you divorce your wife, you do not kill your wife. You just say that you get well soon, stay blessed, and be happy. You stay separate, I stay separate. Similarly, when the wife does not stay with the husband, she doesn't kill the husband. She says that you stay separate, I stay separate. You stay happy, I stay happy. It is for the happiness of both. Because otherwise, together they join misery. Similarly, when Vishay and Vikar they join together, they create misery in the material world. They create misery in your mind. This is something which has been not known to a lot of people in Vedanta itself. If you separate the object from the observer, the chaos and misery ends. And slowly and steadily, what happens is when we mentally reject excess consumption of all the objects from the five senses, physically also we try and limit their consumption because we realize that they do not bring happiness to us. Our happiness is our own internal mechanism. Hence, look at that one story which is in your mind. Focus there. Story of vision, the story of sound, the story of smell. story of taste, the story of touch. Disconnect the cord. Reject from the mind that you will consume it again. Physically take a scissor in your hand and then just cut it mentally. Imagine you're taking a scissor in your hand and cutting it into cords. You'll start feeling lighter. You'll start feeling as if balloon's the thread has been cut from its hold. It is an lightening feeling. I'll not say it as an enlightening feeling, but definitely it's a very lighter feel. And there is also a scientific reason for those who are unable to do that. The reason is the entire matter in the material world by default is a divine interplay. There is nothing which you can do to change the divine design. It is happening in its own design and it will happen in its own interval. We can only do reactions, right? And we even cannot claim the outcome for those actions. Whatever benefit that those actions will have, they will automatically come back to us, good or bad. So why worry? Why worry? Again, the same slok. Gatasu na gatasu nana shochanti pandita. What Lord Krishna said to Arjuna, right? A pandit is a wise man. A wise man doesn't think about the future, doesn't think about the past. He stays rhythmically in the present. He stays melancholy in the state of present. Be in the state of present where you do not want the material world to make you happy anymore. This is today's mantra. Be in the state of present. Do not try and change what matter interferes. Deject it and stay in your own pristine self bouquet. Yes, your pristine self, sparkling, crystal clean. The moment you disconnect with matter. But when you get connected with matter, you start getting dirty. Disconnect the cord, feel the lightness, feel the sparkle inside yourself. And I'm sure you will feel, because this sparkle is the internal reflection of the divine spark that you have. Yes, what you have done is you have just removed the external coating, you have just removed the cover of the vehicle, and it is sparkling shine. Slowly try and extend the duration of being disconnected from the matter and staying in your own self for 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes. Even if you're able to spend 1 minute, 2 minutes, it's sufficient because you're able to rest in your own peace, not in a borrowed piece from somebody else's comments. This is the place where you rest in peace. Yes, this is rest in peace. You disconnect the matter, you are fundamentally at peace. And if you are at peace, that's the biggest rest you can eventually derive. There is no bigger rest than being in peace. You cannot rest in noise. You have to rest in peace. And you know how peace arrives? By disconnecting the matter, which you have just done. Hold this trick tight to yourself. This is a master trick which you exercise before you go to sleep or any time which you go to meditation. Disconnect the cord of matter and stay in your pure self. What is pure self? Yes, we will continue with the next sessions in waking world. Slowly come back to your body, move your neck, move your arms, move your shoulders, right? Feel the body. Body must have become lighter, definitely, because all the filth has been evacuated from outside. Slowly rub your hands. Put it on your face, your body, your face. The energy generated from the meditation comes directly to your hands. When you rub it and spread it in your body, it comes back to your body part, and you directly get the benefit out of it. Open your eyes. Any questions which I can quickly answer? Any questions which I can quickly answer?
Questions, Mr. Alok? Thank you.
30 seconds of meditation, Mr. Bala.
Sorry?
30 seconds of meditation.
30 minutes or 30 seconds?
Sorry, I'm not able to hear you. I'm so sorry. Sorry, I'm not able to hear you.
My volume is full. You can't hear me, is it still?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Can you repeat, please?
What was your, you said 30 seconds or 30 minutes?
Yeah, I said 30 seconds of meditation. Were you able to achieve?
No, that's today a lot of wavering. I still couldn't achieve. Anyway, I'll repeat your this thing in the evening.
Yeah, before going to sleep, just put it in the audio format
Okay.
and just try and going to sleep. You'll have an amazing
Okay.
sleep. Good night sleep.
Yeah, can I lie on the bed and do, or shall I have to sleep right?
No. That's the only mechanism of sleeping in the world. You lie down and only then you sleep.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Let me attempt it in the night.
You just lie down, put the video, and just listen to the audio. Don't listen to the video because video will distract your mind. Just listen to the audio. 100% you will not be able to complete the audio. Take my word, or your entire meditation is complimentary from my side.
Ah, thank you. Anyway, I'll try again and I'll by tomorrow.
Sure, thank you. Any questions?
Thank you, Alok. Nothing. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.
Have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.